Hey y'all, what's happening? So I was in the store and I observed something and I was like, oh, that will add to my screenplay I'm writing, a short. And then when I start working on it today, my imagination kicked in and added something to make that activity even more dynamic, even more interesting. That's what I love about being a screenwriter. Being a writer is like a fiction. It's like there are three components. Four. This is four. There are three components to writing for me. One is my imagination. Two is my observation. Three is the research. Whether it be research will involve reading, looking at interviews, and interviewing people in my circle and people who I don't know, so that the characters have varying perspectives based upon my research, my observation, and my imagination for those who want to start writing screenplays. And it's so much fun. Like, and once I start writing, and then my imagination, it's like my imagination is massaged while I'm working on the rewrites. She's just like, what about this? What, just so many things come to me to make it even a more compelling, more gripping screenplay. And it's always my goal to I try to write in a way where the actor gets to really showcase their vulnerability. That's very important to me. I make sure that there's a fullness of their humanity, um, even when they're a-holes. And I just try to bring balance to my characters. So in this new short film, Nefertiti, that is what I'm doing. And it's very exciting. When that idea came to me in my writing, I was like, oh. I mean, it's just so electrifying when that happens, and it really serves the story. So I'm very happy about that. And today is the 20-year anniversary that the storyline for my feature film Dark Seed came to me 20 years ago in January, actually on Dr. King's birthday. 20 years ago today. Well, the holiday set aside for Dr. King. I can't believe it's been 20 years. Now, let's be clear. Dark Seed was not released into the public until 2016 of August, because it had been edited and all that. But to be fair, the storyline came in January of 2003. However, I started and stopped a lot, clearly, right? I stopped, I started, I stopped, I started. I did that for years, clearly for years, until I finally just broke down and said, you know what? It's ready. It's ready to start filming. And then you have to go through the whole reshoots, then the editing, then the music, adding the music score, the soundtrack. I happened to work with an editor who was also a wonderful musician. So we had to take breaks in between editing because he's a successful musician. So he was traveling the world. So there were a lot of breaks in between the start of editing and finish in the ending of editing. So that took some time. That took some time as well. But um, I'm just so happy that Dark Seed is on platforms and people can buy DVDs. You can download it on my website, ChinaElcoasting.com. You can watch it on Peacock TV or Amazon Prime, other platforms, Fandango now. But just to know, like when I started writing it and filming it, it was always my hope that it touch and move people to laughter, to understanding, to compassion, to empathy, to being mad at the characters. But it was my hope that they were gripped and that it pulled them in and held their attention, and more importantly, held their heart and their mind. And to know that some people have expressed that they were moved by Darkseid. People have communicated that online, communicated that to me. It means a lot because I work so diligently. The whole, the editor and I and the sound scores, we work so diligently to to maximize its storytelling. So I can't believe it's been 20 years since I came up with the story concept. I literally shot like 3 other films before I even filmed Darkseid. That's how long I've been the idea has been germinating with me, and it finally was into its full bloom and once I started filming, and then I got a chance to release it to the public in 2016. But it's still finding its way into some people's heart. Everyone cannot like your film. Everybody does not like Darkseid, but it's impossible for everyone to like your artistry. It's also impossible for me to like everybody's artistry, or whatever it is they do. You can't like everything, and I don't like everything. But I am grateful to those wherein Darkseid had a favorable impact. So yeah, 20th anniversary, man, that's crazy. 2003. And then next year I'll be filming, God willing, my new feature film, To Cook or Not to Cook, in the summer of 2004. And guess what? My very first film I ever wrote and filmed was, we filmed it in 2004 in Chicago, largely due to Sheldon McCullough, my play brother Sheldon McCullough, who passed away in 2020. He pretty much knew the cinematographer and the boom operator and the lighting equipment guy, and he was a lighting guy. We filmed in his apartment, we filmed in my apartment, we filmed in somebody else. So it's like, excuse me, I don't even think we filmed in my apartment. We filmed in his house in, Japanese Garden, Chicago. It's on YouTube. Journey of the Heart. It's my first foray into independent filmmaking, to screenwriting. And I can't believe it'll be 20 years, and 20 years later, next summer, it'll be 20 years since I filmed my first feature film. It's an hour-length film, Journey of the Heart. And my films will always be romantic dramas. They just will, because I'm a romanticist, and when you mix drama with romance, you get a romantic drama. And it's always about redemption for the most part. There are exceptions. Yeah. So if you get a chance, please make a donation to Cook or Not to Cook, a feature film, and it's centered around a chef and his daughter. Have a great evening, or a great afternoon, or a great morning, whenever you experience this video, and keep shining your light. Peace, ladies.